Welcome back. Sunday morning after our first video was recorded, I started off with some stretching. Played a lot of Frisbee this week, had a lot of throws in. It was an awesome week in terms of training in all aspects. My nutrition was great. Took care of my body. I worked out a lot. I threw a lot. I got a lot of opportunities to play as well. So I started out Sunday with some stretching out, quads, glutes, hips, some back stretches there as well. Then Sunday evening, I went to the park with my roommate Walker, his girlfriend Riley, and one of my buddies Leo. Shout out those three for their support in this long journey that I'm embarking on. Went to the park and we just got some throws in. It's kind of hard to see because the park near my house does not have great lighting. We started out with some close throws. Eventually we did 3-man mark where someone is guarding somebody. So we got to practice throwing fakes and throwing around marks. And then after that, didn't get any footage of this unfortunately, but we did some deep shots, some deep throws, which is kind of hard to do at this park because there's this giant patch of dark, right in the middle at nighttime, and we can't really see, so it's hard to get a read on the disc a lot of the times. You can kind of see us putting on the mark there, but that was a lot of fun. This is some footage from Monday. On Monday, I tried to get some throws in with Riyaaz, but the boys were just about to do a sprint here, did not time our throwing well. So I got some throws in here. On Monday and Wednesday, at the college practice, I got a lot of throwing in and some good workouts in as well. Doing some, push-ups and some lunges. You can see we get about 10 throws in before we recognize that we have to get out of the way for them to do some suicides. This is some footage from Tuesday at work. I got some throws in with some of my students, and then Tuesday night I played some indoor. That's me eating my Szechuan, the Szechuan tofu, just in case Dylan Tooley didn't believe me. So like I was saying, on Tuesday we played indoor. I got to play for 2 hours. Shout out Mandy for letting me play for 2 hours. Then on Wednesday, got some more workouts in at practice, got some throwing in at practice. On Thursday, I had a rest day. And then this is some footage from Friday. On Friday, we organized a scrimmage of Tucson club players against the college kids. And I had one of the guys who was injured record. Shout out to Ethan and Alan for recording some of this footage. It's always good to watch your own play to see how you can improve. As well as, watching other people can give you ideas for how you can add to your bag and improve your own game. I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself here. I won't let you listen to what Chris said there. I won't subject you to that. It was pretty windy on Friday. We had a lot of opportunities to play zone, which was really good because we're going to a tournament in Vegas in a few weeks, and in Vegas it's going to be pretty darn windy, as it usually is. And so, having the storm here in Tucson gave us some awesome opportunities. Sunburn, the college team that I coach, is looking pretty dang good after what we saw on Friday. Now, granted, the Tucson club players did not play their best game. That's one way to put it. But the Burn boys were pretty clean. They were pretty, they played well. Oof. No comment there. After the scrimmage on Friday, I ate well. I had some lamb steaks. I had a salad, a protein shake. a few cookies, but we won't talk about that. And then on Saturday morning, I woke up. I went to Reed Park with my dog Benny, a bunch of frisbees, hoping to play some minis. Not a lot of people came out. It was pretty cold this morning. Some people are out of town. But shout out to Benny, one of the college boys, for coming out to improve his throws and get some practice in. Here's a bit of footage of us getting some tosses in. Throw every single day, or as often as you can. If you're an aspiring frisbee player, if you want to get better, you can run and lift as much as you want. But if you're not throwing and improving your throws, then you're not doing much. I was practicing a lot of lefty throws today, so there's a lot of turnovers, especially on those lefty flicks. But today they felt really good coming out, better than they felt in a long time. So, keep at it, keep improving. As you can see, as I go around to throw, my dog Benny just follows me around. Pretty funny guy. After throwing, I was sorely tempted to call it a day, but I, know it had been a few days since I had worked out, so I went at it, focusing really on, slow eccentric movement, the slow movement into the stretch, right? And then a quick concentric movement. And I'm also here combining two different workouts, two different parts of the body into a superset. So I did my pull-ups, and then I went into some squats. And something I added today was, I forgot what you call them. Man, there's a special word for them, but pretty much you go into the deep stretch of whatever you're at, and then you don't go fully up. You sort of go halfway up and then back down into the deep stretch slowly, halfway up and then back down into the deep stretch, which is just a killer way to, burn your muscles out. I then flip-flopped it for my second set, so I started with the squats after about 2 minutes of rest. And then I went into the pull-ups, opting here for a more narrow grip on the pull-ups. So working out some slightly different muscles. Pull-ups are feeling pretty strong, bit stronger on those this week than I was last week, which is cool. And then after this, I decided to hit some calves. So as you'll see here, going for 1 foot on the calves, 30 pounds, slow, eccentric, quick concentric, trying to get into that deep stretch and even pausing in the deep stretch for a moment and then exploding out of it into that, concentric part of the movement. Move to the other side, switching sides. I'm using my hand there for balance, not using it at all to help with the movement. So really just, blasting that calf. Afterwards, I come back and I do some more of those partial stretches. One critique I have for myself here is I should be going a bit slower down and pausing for a second and coming up into that partial stretch or to that partial position. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to get 8 hours of sleep, and I'll see you guys for next week's episode. Peace.